necessary. If there's something wrong, if there's something absolutely wrong, I would do a stop work order immediately. First of all, and then take photos if it were that bad.
There are some building inspectors in towns who take a picture of every site visit simply to prove that there wasn't anything wrong, in order to prevent any liability.
So what is the purpose of the picture if
We
you already have a report?
already voted on this.
I don't think we did. Did we
Yes,
vote
we
on
did.
this?
We just voted on
No,
this.
yes.
We all voted yes.
I didn't vote. I didn't vote at all. I think that's why we came back to Tom. Everybody was asking what Tom's vote was. and
We
Tom
called a
had asked
vote,
the
all
building
those for
inspector
and all
the
those
question.
against, and nobody voted against it. I mean, I said, what are you voting?
Then what are we questioning Tom, what his vote was for? I think, can we open it back up to discussion?
We voted on
Is that all right? I mean, I'm
It
sorry to
is-
exasperate you.
Sure, it's fine. Open it up back for the discussion. It's
All right,
fine. Go ahead.
if, I just want to be clear, if there is already a report, the picture is for what? I just want to
The
be clear, that's all.
the picture is to verify what the building inspector saw. That way, if anybody comes back and says, you know, this was wrong, there will be a photograph in the applicant's file which will show that no, when the building inspector went there and found nothing wrong and wrote a report saying everything was fine or gave his approval, there was nothing wrong. Many towns are doing this. It takes very little time to do that. It's a snap of a camera and then you download it into the computer. And towns are finding that it in fact protects against liability or charges that someone may bring later on. It doesn't open the town up to liability. Our building inspector already does it for site visits when he sees a problem or when he sees a violation. So the motion is that the town board request of the building inspector to take a photo when he goes on every site visit and put that photo in the applicant's file.
I kind of think he only needs to take a photo when he's doing an actual going out there to check for new construction or whatever. I don't think he needs to go out there and do a photo every time.
Well, is there a second?
We seconded
I just want to
it.
make a comment. Obviously, if Don has an issue, if there's a code violation, he's going to take a picture of it.
Yes, he does,
cover it.
always.
So
Every
I'm
code
a project
violation.
super, I do it all day long. I also take photos of the project as it goes on. In Don, in his defense, if you're going there, I mean, yeah, you can snap a few pictures, but he's not looking for anything specific. I mean, you know, he doesn't care. No, I shouldn't say he doesn't care. You know, I take it for because we charge for our services, construction management. So I take photos, you know, throughout the whole project. Don's not going to do that, you know, unless he sees a violation. He can snap a few pictures that, yes, he's been there, he sees, you know, the general construction that's going on, but it's going to be kind of hard to tell him exactly what to take a picture of. You're not going to go through the entire house and take photos.
No, but when he goes to look at a site, he goes at a specific time to see if certain work is
Yeah,
done.
like if he's
Very
inspecting
specific
footings,
parts of the work are
If he's
done.
inspecting footings, take
So
photos.
he's not going
No
to
problem.
inspect the entire thing. I mean,
Yeah.
he may write that he saw the entire thing,
Mhm.
but he's going at particular times along a construction
it's-
time frame to look at a specific.
Yeah,
A
but it's still going to
specific-
be kind of to Don to take those photos. You know, if he's inspecting insulation, okay, you know, we snap a few pictures of insulation, download it into the file, no problem.
Yeah.
So
Not to take entire
Exactly.
range of photos of,
Yeah.
of the entire
That's all,
project, but
just so that we're specific on that. That's, you know,
to take a photograph of what he is there to inspect, which
Mhm.
is that part of the building project.
got any major? Hey, Don, you have any issues with that?
No, that's what you like, that's what I'll do.
You know, I mean,
All right, can we?
no, really. Do you have any major concerns? You're the one that's going to be doing it.
I just think it's, I mean, I think downloading it into the computer, coming back to the office. I mean, I'll do 3 inspections a day. I don't come back to the next day sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean,
The camera
Well, you
holds
can
hundreds
download
of
it the
pictures.
next day.
I don't
You
know.
know, you can,
You
you
download it
could
the
do
next
it next
day.
time you're in the
It's a
office.
very small camera.
You
It's
do
not
it the
a big
next-
camera.
No, you could do it next time you're in the office. It's, you know, I do it every day. It's not a, you know.
It's fine.
All right, can we put it to a vote again? All those in favor? All those opposed? All right. Is there anything else under other? All right, privilege of the floor. Yes, Jerry?
I'm Jerry Lerner, live on Mullen Road. I'd like to speak to the Comprehensive Plan Committee you just sent out. I'm concerned that we had 2 years of work, and from the conversation that was going on at the board, that because of a technicality, it seems to me, it wasn't authorized. The prior committee wasn't authorized. But the board chooses right now, you could authorize that committee. And therefore, that makes it definite that all the work that's been done has to be approved, reviewed and approved. If you don't do that, then you can throw it out. And that would really upset me. So why don't you just authorize the existing committee? I'm not talking about the membership, I'm not talking about anything. But that would take care of it. Now, I'm also concerned about you approve committees with no budget line, the mission statements are extremely vague. Is it the board's intent to have the committee develop the mission?
The mission. Privilege of the floor is not a time for a discussion, but I will say generally that a board can establish a committee, and then they will establish other aspects of the committee in terms of who the committee members are. It was very important that we established that committee tonight, and I'm glad it was done, because the planning won't go ahead without it.
So
And it is not a technicality that a board was not authorized. It's illegal.
what was your word? What was your word?
I didn't say technicality, I've never used that word. It was an unauthorized, illegal committee, and nobody said the work would be thrown out. Whatever happens, and however this process goes forward, that was not under discussion. What was under discussion was simply the establishment of an authorized committee. If the board chooses to put everybody who was on the codes committee
I'm not talking
onto
about
the new
membership.
committee, then that's fine.
Virginia, I'm not talking about membership. I'm talking about the use of the existing work that was done for 2 years.
Nobody's throwing out
by
that.
How do I know that? If that committee, why are you smiling?
No, because we stated very clearly, Jerry,
It wasn't that clear to
none
me.
of us want to lose that work. None of us. Nobody on the board, nobody who's been on the codes committee, everybody wants to move ahead in Stanford, not go backwards, and not repeat anything that's been done.
Well, again, going back to that, the past work, since I'm on the zoning board, we've had many requests that deal with changes that have been made by that committee. Now, the zoning code, for anybody's information, is dynamic. It doesn't just sit there.
Absolutely.
It's reviewed. So why can't you take those